Plus 3%, what does that number tell us? The world economy has grown in 2014 and plus 3%, maybe even a little bit more, is expected for this year and also for the coming years. Now, is that good news or is that bad news? Oliver Rakau from Deutsche Bank Research. If we look at the current business mood in the four biggest world economies, is there much cause for celebration, or what is the DBIX telling us?
It's still a bit mixed, certainly. We had a decline of the DBIX in December, driven by declines in sentiment, especially of the United States. While we had improvement in Germany, actually, some stabilization in China, and a bit of an increase in Japan. And so far, it's a bit of a mixed picture, but I would certainly agree that 2015 should see a bit better growth than 2014.
Oil prices obviously remain the very, very salient topic for the world economy right now. The price decline is getting quite dramatic these days. Is that now a curse or is that a blessing for the world economy?
It's mixed again, unfortunately. In total, we would suggest that it's good for the global economy. Lower oil prices bolster real incomes as well as real consumption in the industrial nations, which are mostly consumers, net consumers of oil, while certainly producers of oil like Saudi Arabia, Russia, and even the US to some extent at least, could not benefit from this. Their net exports might decline a bit, investment might decline, but in total it's good for the world economy.
How is that story going to continue? Your colleagues from Goldman Sachs are expecting the oil prices to even drop further to around $40 per barrel. Is that something that you think is realistic?
Well, we've recently cut our own forecast to around $60 per barrel from 80 before, from 100 before. So it's really an unprecedented, nearly unprecedented decline in the oil price, and it's uncertain where this decline will end. Could it go to $40? Certainly, but it might as well not. It's really difficult to say, but even at the current levels of roughly $50, it's still a benefit to the global economy.
Let's look at Europe, where inflation remains extremely low. The option of a comprehensive bond purchasing program by the ECB has been a highly controversial topic of discussion. Do you think that is the right impulse for the European economy?
In total, it's probably necessary. The simple truth is inflation is low, growth is only moderate. The oil price will weigh on inflation, although it might add to growth. All told, the ECB is basically out of ammunition for conventional policies. That's why it's setting its course towards unconventional policies, for example, purchases of government bonds. Is that the right course? Probably, because it has a mandate of 2% inflation rate, and this purchase of government bonds through a lower exchange rate, for example, might help there. But in the end, only these structural reforms in most countries of Europe will help for more sustained growth and more sustained inflation levels.
Low inflation is not the only topic on Europe's problem agenda right now. In times of the much disputed Pegida protests, immigration is another topic for controversial discussions. We want to approach that subject in a very sober, in a fact-based manner. In our focus interview of this week, Immigration and the Economy. You can see that online at dwde/English/Made in Germany.